Hello, everybody. Or whoever's here. I'm going to get started now. Let's get the show on the road. It's Ace Attorney time. Right, let's see here. Let's pause this theme music. Let's get the show on the road. A video game stream. Here we go. So last we left off, Maggie Bird was in trouble. You know? Now we're trying to save her. Yeah, let's see where we are now. Oh yes, we're in the courtroom. We did our investigation. Yeah, so District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie, and don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. That is police corruption right there. God damn it, Gumshoe, don't be an ACAB. ACAB, don't make me say ACAB, Gumshoe, because I'm going to say it. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yup. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm going to be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You got me? Wow, Gumshoe. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. Blech, pardon me. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Alright, 7th of January, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, hello there, Nighterman. Welcome on in. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Yeah, I have to read the voices out because there's no voice acting. So, we're reading the dialogue out. So, let us continue on. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Oh! What's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me!" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was a phony Phoenix. I see, so our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? Yeah, that's a little different. So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. Oh shit! Sorry, Phoenix, but he just roasted you like one of his blends. Oh! That's brutal. That's brutal. Yeah. All right, we're continuing on. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I simply stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe. I'm sorry. That is so stupid, but it's so funny. Oh my god, I fucking love it. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe. Oh. Other way around, detective. You can see how I could do like a poor Homer Simpson impression for Gumshoe, right? Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. Blue Screens. It's so silly, I love it. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. Oh, actually, I just remember I need to fix something real quick. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, because if someone shows up who I think shows up, I don't want them coming in, taking over like half the screen. Alright. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. So here we go. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. Oh, that should be yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Jean Armstrong, the owner and chef. And a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Right, très bien. Floor plans. Blueprint of the crime scene. Victims, ecstasy, victim C. Okay. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffins shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. Oh, poor Gumshoe. I feel a little bad for him. He looks like a kicked puppy, the poor thing. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks at this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me. Poor Phoenix. The incident. Alright, time to press. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and I... What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press this point a little harder or not? Press harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, trite. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? Oh, that was the judge. Shit. I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Try, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Now, who took the photo? Who took the photo? I want to know who took the photo. Irk. Seems a little convenient. Certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. I'm glad I pressed that because I got more evidence. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Always press harder. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Alright, let's press the point about the poison. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Oof. Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, trite? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems the poison could have only have been in the coffee. Press it. Always press it. If you got a chance to press it, press it. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh yeah, Phoenix is desperate in this trial. He's, like, we always see Phoenix desperate, but this is the most desperate I've seen him. Well, in a case that I've replayed so far. There are going to be more desperate situations from what I remember. Oh hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, the last object was for the detective. The last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This! Oh, right at Phoenix's Fest. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Oh my god, Phoenix. Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. The victim's coffee cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this! Erg! For the record, the only prints on the cups were the victims and the defendants. Oof. Upon further investigation of the cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Gumshoe. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2. Jesus, that's tiny. That's about enough to finish anyone off. That is nothing. 0.2 grams? It's 2 milligrams. That's insanely small. Holy fuck. 0.2 grams, how much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax sauce? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got on but please don't. I don't want to hear it. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Press on the motive. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. And then, it is possible Maggie stole the winning one. What should I do? Press it harder. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's $500,000. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Order! Order! Ha! She's quite the lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. The victim's lottery ticket added to the court record. The ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somewhere. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. That's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she had indeed committed this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. He's buttering up the judge right now, and also the judge, you're seeming really sus right now. Not good, Nick. The evidence is against Maggie. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled her guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron of the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've ever seen. Yeah, she had a messy day. The apron she's wearing right now, though, is actually pretty clean. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? No, it's Phoenix, it's ketchup. You've seen enough blood now to know what blood looks like. Ha! Seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. Yeah, Godot can't see red on white because of the visor. The pocket. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order! Order! Court will accept these items into evidence. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstains to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Well, at least he's not getting a pay cut. It's not his fault. I thought everyone knew what it was already. It's not really his fault. It's fucking the prosecution's fault. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. Arg, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Oh, part 2. We're not done yet. Crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by some kind of scary old man, sir. That's Victor Kudo. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly.
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince you're a real lawyer, trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Alright. That's Victor Crudo, I'm assuming. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe.
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? And he hurled abuse at them and seeds.
Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officer got to the crime around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. Oh, Phoenix! That's a little, woof.
Oh, I'd love to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
Oh, Gumshoe. I'm sure you mean well, but kind of creepy, my guy. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
Alright. He didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone less in their wallet than me, pal.
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I am onto something here. Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I just say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's a letdown. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going, yeah.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court. Let's ask about the prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty. That is odd. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Hold on, I want to ask about the guy's insurance next.
Okay, where's the insure? I'm not reading this stuff out again because we already... Oh, okay, I guess there wasn't anything else. Damn it. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible for someone to plant the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happened to me all the time. We had a department party the other day. When I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Wright, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. I think there is something missing. There was something missing from the... Oh no, before I do that, I'd like to save. So I want to save, because I don't want to lose the health bar. Alright. Backspace, backspace, backspace. Present, because there was something missing. Oh yeah, there was actually the the prescription. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else is missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recovering the medicine from the scene... Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You were too cool, pal! Indeed. Due consideration was given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness! Why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say about that? Ha! That's all. What? Read the court the name of the clinic on the read the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Ortogological Clinic. Otolaryngological. I'm butchering that. What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is. in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Elk correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Arrgh. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No! Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Well, first things first, we're going to save. Push the medication issue. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elk correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain any potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The potassium is undeniable. The possibility is undeniable. Arrgh. That's enough, Mr. Godot. Is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater. Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems a little more trivial than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. I think he's going to have a bit more than 6 cups. Alright, 7th of January, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. I have to take them off to clean them. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurts this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Jesus, Maggie. You're going a little hard on him there, don't you think? Poor Gumshoe. I think this is, yeah. This is the worst. This might be the worst thing that's ever happened to him. And that's even worse than the car accident that he was in the last game. All right. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know. Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Alright. 7th of January, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand?
There he is.
Name and occupation, if you don't mind. My name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? Ha! Listen, young'un. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Yeah, but I can imagine trying to order something from Victor Kudo. He would have thrown birdseed at them.
Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javicino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are,
I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps. Did I? Oh yes. Oh yes I did. I saw it all. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail.
It's really getting into this.
The young man was reading the sports paper. The servant girl brought him a Javicino, but she put something in it. That man took one sip and looked like he was in terrible pain, then collapsed. That's the servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she is not a servant girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell you.
How old is he?
Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so press. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg?
I wanted to know if Guts and Brawn retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between the tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
I go to that place to drink Javicino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
You mean you go there to eye the waitress? Alright, time to press. Mr. Kudo, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
That is so dumb, but it's so funny. I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
I saw what the serving girl put into the Javicino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Press harder. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness, I'd like that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure. White powder. Is it a white powder? Deadly powder. It is about, oh yeah, potassium cyanide. It would be white. Let's press it. Did she really put something into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? Sugar? In a small brown bottle like that?
Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
Ha! A bottle like this, perhaps? Oh, there it is! That's the one!
The bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Arg. Hold on now. Let me see something here. Let's see the autopsy report. Okay, let's see here now. I'll press it. He took just one sip. You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Congratulations, you've earned the title of battiest old man to grace a courtroom.
So it was immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible.
Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turned sour in my stomach.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
That's a hint. That is a hint. For another guess.
And the waitress? I presume she is...
Okay. Since we added this, there must have been some... Alright, I'll just press the final thing then. You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features is a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry. You can see all the way up her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court any further mental anguish from that image.
Oh, you know what? If Yin was here, I think Yin would like to hear about Phoenix and the waitress uniform. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things I recognize about her too. Seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these are the features that you recognize about the defendant. I ask them that you add them to your testimony.
Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose. Wait a second. I think there's something wrong there. I don't think she has apron straps. At least it doesn't look like there's straps on it. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? Ka! As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness knows the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right. I can even tell the colour of her ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. I doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? Get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the waitress's back. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. Why did he object then? People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment! I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. Seems like you are, you dirty old man. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. Here we go. This is where we present the apron. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please look at this. That's the filthiest... That filthy thing would suit filth just like you perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen the apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the witness from the front. Oops.
Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this. Ha! Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. And when that one witness put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. He can't remember? Probably like he messed up so many times he's blocking it. Oof. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo.
Tell us what you remember about the victim. Okay. He was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and a noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are vague about everything. Such a dumb line. How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that old man memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Spectacles? Dark glasses for you. One of those lenses was green, the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. We better come with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan! I nearly asked him, can't you read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that wrestling going on? I need to find out if Gustin Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you want to know so bad, why don't you buy your own? Why are you all looking at me like that for, Gustin Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway, thank you for the reminder, Maya. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. I'm using an earpiece? Selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my eyes, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? Why are you all looking at me like that? How dare you feel sorry for me? You mean the waitress who you saw from behind, right? You're one of those, aren't you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or behind? My eyes don't lie. Ow, ow. Not push it until I've got something hard evidence. Yeah, he likes staring at ladies' butts. I can tell it. His free hand? Yes. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before? Cloth ears? I said he was rustling the paper with his right hand, didn't I? If it was his free hand, which hand was it, you moron? Ow, ow, ow. Ha! Perhaps the great Mr. Wright has 3 hands. Yeesh, I was only asking. No need to gang up and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. Guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Wait, let me see something here. I have an idea. It doesn't say which hand. Wait. Maybe. I don't know if that's the right one. Looks like Hold on, let me see here now. So it looks like he would have drank from his left hand if I'm reading this right. His left, not mine, because his right hand isn't where the cup handle is. It's where the ticket he would have been holding is. I don't know if that helps. Okay. In his right hand. Oh no. Well, there's no newspaper in the photo, so I guess that's a contradiction. Oh, it doesn't. Whoops. Okay. Hold on now. So his left hand was his free hand. And it looks to me from that picture that he drank from his right. Alright, hold on. Let me just save real quick and make sure. This is where you have to really think about these things. Okay, let's see here now. Backspace, backspace, backspace. And let's see here now. Time to present. Let's see here. Nope, not that. Let's load again. Okay. We really got to think about this. Hmm. I'll try pressing again. Okay. Okay, that's nothing new so far. I could look it up, but I want to try and get it first. Yeah. Oh no. Hmm. Wait a minute, actually, there is something. There is something about the cup that does help. I just realized something. It doesn't say which hand he drank it from. Yeah, because where his lips are, he would have drank from his right hand, but this guy is saying that... I think we got it. Yeah, that's it. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? Well, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing you the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll go eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us... Correct my voice there. Care to tell us where this is going, trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking the coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice a mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court's waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ach! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where... Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care what that dirty cup... I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you, spiky-haired yahoo, who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. So dumb. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Kudo? But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called a HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. Oh, Jesus. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts. In the good old black and white. Now, this game is meant to be taking place in like 2016-ish, right? And he's 68. He would have been around, he would have been a child for the rise of the color TV. Left hand or right hand. Now, not everybody had a color TV, but, you know, it was the age of it. Okay. So the victim was wearing a HMD.
HD, TV, CD, DVD, what does it matter?
It was none of them actually, but anyway.
And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question. I could only see the side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he had only a view of the side of the victim's head. Okay. It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg.
He was getting on my nerves. Wrestling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all that fuss dying out from one sip of Javicino. I want to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just look at him. Made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have joked.
So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with?
You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fastens your left cuff with...
Well, you have to fasten your left cuff with your right hand. How the hell else are you supposed to fasten your cuff? You have to do the opposite hand to fasten a cuff.
And when the tour guy says on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah. You're the one who deliberately looks left, aren't you?
No. First and third example, he has a point. Second example, he doesn't. No, I didn't mean...
Obviously, he used the hand on the safe side of his body that the earpiece was on.
Ow, 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 ow. So if he had a HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo.
That's because I know what I saw, no matter how many tricks you try to play on me.
Looks like you really did see the guy pick up a coffee with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. Then let's chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But he's not lying. There wouldn't be any contradiction in his testimony, right? Alright, I'm pretty sure it's still the coffee cup, but I'm just going to save to make sure. Oh, hello, Phoenix Wright. Welcome on in. I'm playing your game. Alright. Your third one. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's the coffee cup again, right? Has to be. No, it's not the coffee cup. Escape. Let's load again. Don't want to make more mistakes this early on. Alright, let's see here now. Alright, so we gotta present. I'm pretty sure it's this part that he's... Okay. Don't see anything there that contradicts it. No, nothing there. If by victim doodle isn't... Okay, yeah, nothing there. Oh, wait, did I... Oh, this is the one before. What the hell? Yeah, no, we got... Damn it. I've gone too far back. I thought I saved. Yeah, we've already done this part, so skipping through the dialogue. Not reading it again. Whoopsie doodle. I've gone too far back now.
I forgot to save in the right spot, Phoenix. Forgive me. I forgot to save in the right spot. Oh, I feel silly. Yeah, that. So we're on to his... Yeah, here's where we were. His second testimony. I better save this time once I get through this bit. Alright. Okay, now I can save again. Right, now let's have a look at what he's saying. Yes, overwrite. Okay. Backspace, backspace, backspace. Alright, let's have a look here. And there's the specs. Okay. Okay, same size as green lens of specs. Wait a minute. The autopsy report. I think, yeah. No, oh no. No, yeah, because they found a little bit of the... Yeah, it doesn't say it there, but he said earlier in the case that they found some of the stuff in his ear. But they don't have it here. Okay. Okay, let me see here now. Wait a minute, maybe... Was it updated in his profile? Left eardrum was ruptured. Yep, that's it. There we go. Figured it out. I'm not sure what the relevance is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side of the HMD. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order, order, order! The witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? Arg! A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javicino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took one sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible! The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Which hand the victim used to pick up the coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this.
Sadly, Mr. Gold, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
Frog! I believe it is time we conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. This is all for now. This court is adjourned.
Hold it! Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
How's your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there was something else this court should know.
What?
There's more. He withheld evidence. That's perjury.
To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want a crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I already had my 17th cup.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. Oh, please come to my house after the trial, young man. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing seeds at me, would you? It's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Well, I think that confirms that Phoenix enjoys, like, third-person shooters. Or first-person shooters, anyway.
First of all, I want to stress this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took a sip of the Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down,
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You doubt me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man?
No. We are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips next? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of. And if I had to cross-examine... and I have to cross-examine this guy...
You're a bird brain. That's why... that's all you can think of.
Very well, Miss Wright. Your final cross-examination. Please.
Okay, I see you. I think there's a pretty easy piece of evidence to provide here. Yeah, it's the photo. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Grandad.
I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch. Ow, ow!
Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this court, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah,
What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, it startled me when the young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Yes, it was on my table. That's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Please stop staring at me, everyone. It's been bad enough.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You have certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps there's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Ah, wait a minute. If that's the case, I've got more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we've heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted in his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you did it.
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor?
The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly to this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Goodall's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke my vase at my seat. I'm sorry.
It's another haiku.
I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What are you supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Alright, that is a good place to take a break, I think. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I need to go... I want to use the bathroom, and I also want to make myself a cup of tea. So, won't be long. Back soon, everybody. Alright, let's see here. Yep.
Okay, I'm coming back in. 1 second, folks. There we are. Just gotta... There. That was a nice quick bathroom break, and I also got my tea, so... Got something to drink, and we're ready to resume. _7th of January, 12:52 p.m. Wright and Cole offices. So how did you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is that what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah! We've got to find one for Maggie or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. Don't you mean falsely accused? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try and put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. We need to figure out the identity of the waitress and the victim and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations. Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie to see how she's doing too. So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. Oh? I was wondering about Zin Ehop. You know, like, what's he like and stuff? Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy. I ought to beat you so hard it'll make you feel like yous was smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What did you find out? Oh, yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Feninoe. Oh, Don Fournier. Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. I absolutely think Phoenix should sue for defamation. Like, absolutely. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Alright, let's get going then. Might actually go see how Gumshoe's doing. 7th January Police Station. Criminal Affairs Department. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call in the officers for briefings, quick! Can't you shut the station down? Shut down the station server. Chief, quit playing on the internet. But my email pen pal, Leet Anne's Princess. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No, Leet Anne's Princess. I think that's what it says. Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on, something big. _7th of January Detention Center, Visitors Room. Guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Alright, over to Tribulations then. 7th of January, Tribulations. Tribulations. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know who it is. I'm just going to do a general voice. Hey, that sounds like... No, just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. Oh, there we go. He's really getting worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Alright, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a rip-off. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was I was just, I was just listening to the radio, pal.
To the radio. Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set.
What can I say? Oh, Gumshoe. This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a you really drove her into a corner, you know.
You always blow apart my test fee. Why of all days didn't you do it today?
Yeah, it was harder to blow apart this time because another detective worked on it first. You were reading off someone else's work for once, Gumshoe. I normally have to deal with your incompetence, not someone else's competence. Sorry. Sorry, there just wasn't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese?
Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So did Maggie say anything to you about me, I mean?
Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Oh, did she have to do an impersonation of Maggie? Oof.
What? Whoa!
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. Try to read while I'm eating. Lunch special. So did you like the twin tea set?
I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste? Gumshoe's probably had much better instant ramen than whatever that was.
Well... Well, for $20, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate.
To think that $20 was expensive when this game came out. Oh, God. Moment. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking.
That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste.
Oh, God. He's so stupid he couldn't even think of that it was bad.
And I just realized, it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. Just kind of hard to admit that yourself when you pay $20 for it, you know?
Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating it. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glenelg, that reminds me. We hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows after seeing as he's here? We'll probably have to present Glenelg. So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that was nothing. Yeah, I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can't tell little old me what you were listening to?
Nothing really. It was just the, daily exercise show.
What? A psyche lock?
This lunch specials lobster sure is great.
Oh, Gumshoe, what are we to do with you? Then why are there tears in your eyes? Oh God, he's...
It's so good. I spent so much money on this. It has to be good, you guys. They're gonna foreclose on my apartment. I'm only renting.
Alright, anyway. Before we tackle that, let's find out more about Glenelg.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place he worked.
What happens when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? Oh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
For fun, Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. I see what they did there. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about high-tech stuff. Oh my God, they're computer illiterate. Phoenix and Maya are computer illiterate. It's so stupid. I wonder about that.
Just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Alright. Actually, I'm curious.
Mr. Godot agreed to take this case just so he could face you, pal.
I think he said that before.
He was working on a bunch of important cases, but he cancelled them all.
Huh? But then, why didn't Mr. Godot take this case? When Maggie's first trial came up? Yeah, that is kind of odd. I mean, everyone thought the defense was Phoenix Wright. So why didn't he try to fight me then?
Well, according to Mr. Godot, he knew the guy was a phony right away, so he didn't want to bother with the trial.
He couldn't be bothered to tell the judge? Alright.
Maggie's probably crying all alone right now, huh?
Yeah, thanks to you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Maya, don't torch poor Gumshoe's feeling like they're cups of cheap creme brulee. You're really crazy about Maggie, aren't you?
No, I'm not. It's not that I...
You don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious. You're just way too plain looking for Maggie, right? Maya, what the fuck?
I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right.
Oh, Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh, oh no. Oh, that hurts to read. Oh. That was brutal. Alright, I want to find out what he thinks about Victor Kudo and Jean Armstrong. So, first...
You know, in all my years, I've never seen a witness who was that confused before.
Yeah, you look pretty confused by his testimony.
Nothing against old guys, I like them and all. But he sounded like he was pretty sure about what he saw.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too. Me 3. But then why doesn't even a single part of his testimony corroborate any of the facts?
You know what the chef said to me? Ooh la la, your body is so full of la toxins. And he gave me this bottle.
Oh, Fiora, what's in it?
I don't know. Label says juniper. But I'll tell you what, this stuff works like a charm. I slept like a rock last night.
Oh, really? That's nice. Alright, enough beating around the bush. It's only one psyche lock. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not going to tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... yeah, lottery ticket. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you could try to win big just like Glen Elk did.
It's just like you could see right through me.
Huh? I cracked him already.
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured
I'm sorry, Gumshoe. I adore you, but you have so much bad luck, my guy.
So I figured I'd give it a try.
What's with everyone on the lottery? So how did it go? We heard him, Maya. It went badly.
I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing than take half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed.
Yeah. What time is it now?
It's, just after 1:30. And the lottery results are broadcast at the same time?
Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire Radio. Experience most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. So it only broadcast... I guess Millionaire Radio is just one show on that radio station. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Alright. Let's head over to... Actually, let's see if we can find Mr. Jean Armstrong. Okay. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. Oh, she's threatening to burn down the restaurant.
No, I will have everything ready, I promise.
I love fire, you know. Oh, yeah, she was. I love the way it crackles. Oh, Yandere. Yeah, I don't like her.
No. Stop it. I beg you.
Don't like Yanderes. No. No, thank you. Miss me with that one. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
Miss Nunn, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh, Nunn, you do not have to worry. You know you worry far too much. As this, it will help you relax as the oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time. I don't like you. I do not like you. Ah! Look, sometimes I play like those action-based horror games. Don't bother me too much. This girl, worse than anything in Resident Evil. This is the most scary girl in Capcom. Hands down. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye. For now. Ugh. I have les shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There. Oh, oui, oui. That feels good. Ark. Ooh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. Oh, God, Jean. My eyes. My eyes. Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. La oil of sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers from what you were using? Très bien. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? None. You are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, none? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is la problem. Perhaps they do not think it. They understand it is trade. I just wanted to think people that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think they just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing they make that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. Ah, the woman just now. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la. You saw that? Well, yes, sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Maya, you were reading that wrong. She was cold and threatening. Polite? Graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? Maya? Use your judgment of character. I know it's better than this. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. None. I will have everything ready, I promise. Now that I think about it. Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show them a piece of evidence, see what happens. Alright, let's see here now. So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings. An angel? Huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Must be answer. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with less salad garnish. Ew. I hope he doesn't mean literally be sliced and served up with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah! Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. The woman who was here earlier. I take it she's,
Why has it come to this? What a tragedy! Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad, bad world we live in.
No, I'd say it's more of a sign of bad culinary skills.
The woman who was here, she scary woman. She is from the loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from?
Oui, tender lender it is called. Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
They're loan sharks, Maya.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much.
So Tenderlender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
Le tiger.
The tiger?
Oui, he is the manager of the tender lender. A terrifying man, le big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling, and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter that he rides, I start to cry.
A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance?
Oh, none. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, oui, he does have the spiky hair, just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose.
Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all.
If you want to visit the tender lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer.
Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh?
Well, I'm going to head back to the precinct now.
Oh, okay, Gumshoe.
We've got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment. She's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, we'll see you later then.
Bye!
You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I kind of have a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her, so looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness.
Oh, that's such low-hanging fruit. I won't.
So you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
Can't exactly say no, can I? Gumshoe's lunchbox. A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Oh, they did that on purpose. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
He's finally gone. Alright, so Bitman Square. Let's go to Tenderlender first. Well, I guess we'll see Victor Kudo. I don't see any signs of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here. Anyways, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Don't know if that's how that works, but anyway, into Tenderlender. win through compromise. 7th of January, Tenderlender. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? She's not wrong. Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. There's stuff I want to examine first, though. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way! You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, back at Tribulations. Fashion is more my thing. I really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Oh no, someone's dropped an ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning it up was such a pain. It's one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? I think... Oh, yeah. If it's a charcoal one, then probably... Oh, hey! Look, there's a book of matches here, too. Matches, huh? Places don't give out matches much these days. Hold on now. Let's see here. I am going to ban this bot. Get the fuck out of our timeline. There we go. No more bot. Matches, huh? Yeah. Wait, hey, wait a second. What is it? Look at what's printed on the cover. It says Tribulations. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Let's see. This round doll thing is called the Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you were wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? Heh, I bet you also didn't know no matter what, he's always right himself. He'll always right himself. Oh, right, yeah. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know. Assuming she knows what she's talking about. These aren't exactly your typical monster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Gulp. Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is that? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper light? That's insane! The car's registered to the Cadaverinis. Cadaver is another way to say dead, and Cadaverini is like to make them sound Italian. Oh, that's stupid. Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office?
Win through compromise. What that's supposed to mean? Must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That... Ah! That's Tenderlender's guiding principle. Oh. Compromise. The customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well... As long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same colour as the one you wear, Nick. Same colour as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you got to take a look. Some cake. Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of the suit. That's an attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. It's made of cardboard, actually, but that is made of paper. Paper badge out of the court record. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see the... fake badge when they see one? There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, I wonder... it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? If you touch anything that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. Better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? Well, it's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? Oh, God. Oh, that is an awful, awful, awful joke. It's not the Rocky soundtrack, is it? Eye of the Tiger? God damn it. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Listen to it, I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. I can't do it that long. Ah! Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around my office for? Nothing. We were just... my precious carpet. You's got ash on my rug. You's gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was already like this. You's wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think yous can take on me? Take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Ah! Oh. Don Tigre. You're back. Heck, that voice is like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Don Tigray. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and... Eek. Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Wow! Phoenix Wright! Yes? You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Heh, but I don't care. No one's gonna get in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want. No questions. This is the last time we meet. Heck, wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either. The espresso. Ah! And cookies. This one was definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlander. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tenderlender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tenderlender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. I don't think she gets it. No, I don't think Maya understands. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger. Furio Tigray. Furio? Tigray? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Sin Ehop's got a real name, Nick. Hurry and find out more about him. Well, I guess there's only one way to do that. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigray? Cookie? Sure? How do you like my cookies? I bake them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. It's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tigray my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please address him properly as Don Tigray. Otherwise, I'll have to... Okay, Don Tigray, of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. Hold on now. I want to present more profiles to her. Well, one extra profile in particular. I'm about this. More coffee? You must have something. She doesn't want to talk about it. No, thanks. I've had enough, really. I'm so thirsty. I don't leave the office. I can't tell you about anything except Don Tigre. Alright. Saved your life. I'm very frail, you see. I doubt that. Just recently, I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they're expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding it a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've gotten that bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. Fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Oh, we're going to have to come back for this one. Arg, she really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. I don't think we can do anything here right now. I think we're just going to have to find her again. Okay, back in Vitamin Square. There he is. Old Stevie's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this and get out of my park. Like I thought he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? He just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Ha. Pigeon. Ka. Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons. I'm good with fortune. Ow, ow, ow. Seeds, shell splinters, painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Today's trial. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. Dirty old man who's so busy looking at the serving girl's backside. That he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw what that waitress put in. She put white powder into the young lad's Javachino. We hear you. And another thing. The young layabout was wearing an earpiece. The same side as the lens of the broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the face. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay. Take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts on its craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I am becoming a broiderer. I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I got a tsunami of frustrations inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Cut in. Actually, we've got places to go, things to check and stuff. Maybe another time? Fine, whatever. Just don't forget. I've got a tsunami's worth of grumbles. Oh, we probably should have listened to him. Yes, yes. This girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all. Honest. What? I never said that. Come to the place where I work then. Here, bring these along with you. What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger. You really want someone to grumble at, huh? Although, it is a burger joint. Okay, I guess we do have to listen to what he has to say. Guess I'd better let him talk. There's not much call for craftsmen these days, huh? Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Grams. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of too-big community handyman? Well, buy some bread now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by a restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? You gotta ask to run an errand there too? Yes, I did, the very day that young brat was poisoned. What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over at the table. And the serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you, call the police. Call them yourself. I should have said back then. But I didn't think of it at the time. So did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Yeah, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? You went looking for one? Couldn't find it right away, you know. Wandered about for 5 minutes or so. For 5 minutes? I'm surprised he found it that fast. So for 5 minutes after the incident happened, yes sirree, the owner was a Tribulations on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you bullied me out of the courtroom. Oh, we don't need to read that. We've read this earlier today. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have said, at least told us that before we got to court. It is really that important that Mr. Kodo was the one who called the police? Yeah, it changes a lot. What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, I mean that man, alone in the restaurant. Oh, these are dated jokes. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah. Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I could have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. We'll deal with Mr. Armstrong later. Let's get to the detention center. Talk to Maggie. And we'll go to blue screen afterwards. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you. Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies didn't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible is she the one misremembering things? Alright, before we do anything, we gotta present the bento box that Gumshoe made for Maggie. Oh yeah, I've got something for you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make you such a nice such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. I'm sorry, I'm a child. I bet Phoenix would love Edgeworth's weenie. I'm sure I'm not the first person to make that joke, and I doubt I'll be the last. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Why does it look like she wanted it? Maggie, you know about how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something in the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. Didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? You really think that this disappearing man, that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the right... Ah, I got the CD! Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? MC Bomber. Yeah, there we go. It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name is scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find the CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. After the incident, you said that you passed out when the victim, Glen Elk, collapsed, right? Yes, it's also embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. Before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations. No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he had to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for the brief period of time. No, you don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. Grr. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Yeah, a little bit, actually. It's a weird analogy, but you're not wrong. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Now he looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe you should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Alright, present. Let's see, the profiles. We should ask her what she knows about Victor, but I want to ask her what she knows about Violetta and possibly Fiorio. Fiorio is 42. I think that's the inverse of Phoenix's age in this game, because Phoenix is 24. That's actually kind of funny. But also, it's even funnier because the man is clearly older and has a big scar. He's red, probably more built, and has red skin. The only thing he has in common with Phoenix is the hair and the eyebrows. Alright. Victor Kudo. Let's start with him. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, is there something on your mind you've got to tell us? Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill all and see what you make of it. Alright, now let's see. Does she have anything to say about Fiorio? Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he had been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Phoenix is just like, Hawaii? I'd never be able to afford to go. What the fuck? I know, I used to be on the police force, sir. But I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is the info about ex-cons or the clientele of Tribulations, sir. Aw, don't let it get you down, Maggie. Alright. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say. It was an old man. Okay then, how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was some sort of creepy... And she had a cackling... Oh, creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Let's try presenting her again. Okay, no. That didn't work. Okay, let's go to the evidence. Let's see if we can show her the MC Bomber CD if we have it. We have it. Oh. She's not any good with that. Okay, that's a shame. Weird. Okay, I think we need to go to Criminal Affairs now. We also still need to go to Blue Screen. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference out of yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. I love Korean I love K-dramas, okay? I need to see my K-dramas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No, just when Soom Young Guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Oh, that is a Korean name. Oh my god, he is watching K-dramas. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe!
You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into this briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions. Tenderlender.
Okay, I'm only going to say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, you never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Hey, Yin! Doing pretty well. We met the fake Phoenix. His name is Furio Tigre. Hold on. I gotta show you Furio Tigre. And he has a creepy secretary / girlfriend who claims that he saved her life. I am dubious on that. From what I think he actually, from what I remember, he didn't actually. Yeah, here he is. He's 42. Aside from the haircut and eyebrows, he looks nothing like Phoenix. He is sunburnt, according to Maggie. He has a goddamn... Yeah, he's a loan shark. Oh, he's a loan shark. He is a loan shark gangster. He's a pretty bad dude. They give him a ridiculous Brooklyn accent. It was clear in the original he was a Yakuza. His office even has Yakuza aesthetic. But they're trying to pass him off as a Brooklyn mobster. It's hilarious. And he has a yandere secretary who's in love with him but is terrifying. She seems to imply that she poisons people and she likes to burn people. Also, she likes raw meat, implying she's a cannibal. So yeah. These are the people who set Maggie up. Yeah. A Yakuza tough and a yandere. Quite the pairing. Although I guess since they're westernized, a gangster and whatever the western equivalent of a yandere is. Alright.
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
So, you see, Gumshoe, stoic man. Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang on in there.
I know there wasn't an on in there, but also you missed a really sad scene where Gumshoe had to stand trial and it was really hard to poke holes in his testimony. And so Maggie is mad at him. And Gumshoe felt really bad. So he gave us a lunchbox full of little sausages and rice and asked us to give it to Maggie. And she looked so excited to get the lunchbox at first until she was told it was from Gumshoe. And she's still so mad at Gumshoe, she made Phoenix and Maya eat it instead. And Phoenix didn't want the food to go to waste. But you could tell, he didn't say it out loud, but you could tell Phoenix felt bad eating it. So did Maya. Maya is never mad and never upset about eating free food. And you could tell she felt guilty from eating this. But Maggie didn't want to eat it because she's upset at Gumshoe. Anyway, yeah, just hang on in there. We're not thinking of borrowing money, detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? I think we gotta present Violetta to him. Yeah, her name is Violetta Cadaverini. You know, like linguini and cadaver. Cadaverini, like an Italian mobster name. Who's that lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. Anyway, computer viruses. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? Maya, you cannot be this tech illiterate.
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
Here I thought detectives were supposed to know, supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think I know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you should know everything, Professor Nick. It's a computer virus.
Yeah, I'm going to call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but at least I can explain the basics to you, to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside the computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the insides go boom, right? Imagine all the case data you stored on your PCs in the station. A virus could wipe them all a virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah. What's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected through on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over a network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he's too sick. Okay, I think they get the idea. But weird example. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard it somewhere before too. Okay, so we gotta present Violetta and the MC Bomber CD. We'll start with Violetta. I think I want to present El Tigre to him as well.
That's the girl who works over at Tenderlander. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
Yeah, she has been. Apparently she was like she was clinically dead briefly, and she claims that that Furio saved her, but I think Furio was the one who actually caused her accident and like had to save her. Otherwise, yeah. I think she's the daughter of the I'm trying to remember this, but I think she's the daughter of the Cadaverinis. Like, and they threatened Furio into saving her. And now he owes them a debt, but she's under the impression that Furio actually saved her. But her family and Furio know the truth. Furio is terrified of her and her family. Scared shitless. He is threatening to everyone else, but to her, he talks like he talks more like a kitten than a tiger. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola
Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Oh yeah, she's the granddaughter of Bruto. He looks more like a Yakuza boss than a mobster. You know, still, you know. Localization and all that. Bruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini crime family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No! I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Alright, let's see if he says anything about Furio first.
Oh, this guy, the tiger.
Is he famous?
Yeah, this guy's not a loan shark, you know. Nope, he's a big lone cat.
Hence the name?
Don't pay him back, and you'd better say your prayers, because he'll eat you alive.
You're shaking, detective. Like a leaf.
I'm just, you know, kind of on edge at the moment, if you know what I mean.
Alright, well, he didn't have any interesting information about him. We still have one more thing to... It's okay, Gumshoe, we got Phoenix at home. We got the real Phoenix at home. Alright, let's see here now. Tender Lender. Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus thing right now, so I... Ah! This is it! This stupid name! I remember now!
I thought so, here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please? Alright. We got information about the Cadaverinis and the CD. Let's talk about it. Cadaverinis first. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Well, that's not unusual at all, Phoenix. Cops are very scared of crime families.
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in?
They pretty much control all the cash in the city's black market.
The black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it.
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one.
Interesting. So, Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, a mafia boss with a yandere granddaughter.
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl.
Who loves threatening people with poison, and eating their raw flesh, and setting things on fire. Yeah, she's scary. She's very scary. I don't think 3's concerns are enough there, Yin. She's real scary.
She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the...
Hi, Dragon Fae. Thanks for the redeem. Pretty good. We're dealing with crime families with yandere granddaughters. How are you, Dragon Fae? Yeah. Also with a lone shark, who's more of a lone tiger. Ooh, nice! A full week off. Oh, that must be relaxing. We're getting our money's worth. Yeah, we are. Yeah, everyone in this case wants money.
But I heard she and the boss at Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in the file I read, related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue. Anyway, MC Bomber.
We already know about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah. And because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Well, yeah, if it can target police... If it can target police data, that can really set back a lot of cases. The criminal underworld would be desperate for that. Think of how many cases of theirs could be delayed or thrown out because they messed up all the files on it. It'd be disastrous. Yeah, they'd still have the physical evidence, but any reports written on it would be out the window. Unless they printed it off. MC Bomber updated in the court record.
Ugh, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
lunchbox. See, this is why I told you about the lunchbox, Yin. Dragonfey, to let you know, so the person who's being accused is someone who Gumshoe is very fond of. He had to take the stand in trial as the investigating officer, and Phoenix found it hard to poke holes in his testimony, and so Maggie is mad at Gumshoe. Later on, after the first day of trial, Gumshoe gave us a lunchbox to give to Maggie. Maggie refused to eat it, forcing Phoenix and Maya to eat it instead because she's still mad at Gumshoe, even though it was food she'd enjoy. Yeah, and now we have to break the news to Gumshoe. Yeah. You remember the weenies? Yeah, it was full of like sausages and rice. I hate weenies. See, this is pretty funny. Maggie, the woman, says she hates weenies, but Phoenix says, I love weenies. And I really wanted to make a joke about Edgeworth. Oh yeah, those weenies. I swear, Phoenix did say, I love weenies. And I was just like, I'm 5. Don't worry, Dragonfey, I already went there. Him and Edgeworth, you know?
Yeah. So, how did my weenies taste?
I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. I'm crying. Phrasing, Gumshoe. Phrasing. I got it out. So how did my weenies... I'm sorry. I've got it.
So how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Okay. I got this. Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah? That's what you said, really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh,
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this?
it sure is a heavy burden in more ways than one. Yeah. I think it's meant to... I actually don't think they localized this bento at all. I think the bento is actually as displayed. They didn't there's a lot they localized, but this I think they kept they just haven't referred to it as a bento. That's the only thing. I think Gumshoe is so poor that all he can do is make sausages and rice for Maggie. He'd probably make something more extravagant if he could afford it.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, I feel so bad right now. He definitely should add some greens. Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Lunchboxes, Gumshoe's lunchbox was given to Maya again. I really can't eat anymore. Oh boy. Is there anything else we can present to him now? Let me see. No, I think we got everything from him. Alright, let's see here. Back to the detention center. Maggie's not there. Okay. Head to Tribulations. Move. We gotta go to Blue Screens Inc. So this is where the victim worked. Glen Elg. 7th of January, Blue Screens Inc. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. Yeah, I think with a name like Blue Screens Inc., though, they're kind of a shady business. And I think Glenn... Okay, so we know that Jean Armstrong, Maggie's boss at the restaurant, Tribulations, he's got dealings with Furio Tigre. And I think Glenn, from what I remember, he also... Well, obviously Furio murdered him. And tried to set Maggie up. So I believe that that Glenn was someone who owed Furio money, and that's why he killed him. He wanted to steal the bomber CD. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, hello? I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. I like the lights that are running up and down her suit. Poor Maggie being accused in weenies. Yeah. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave the building. Prepare the death laser. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked education. Phoenix is saying educational. Phoenix. Stop it. Stop it. This case is too funny. Educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. Now, I think I saw this on the Phoenix Wright wiki, but Lisa Basil and Glen Elg, their names are palindromes. If you stick their names together, like take out the full stop, their names are read the same backwards and forwards. Lisa Basil, right? Glen Elg, same forward and back. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Well, that was a bit of a forced reference. And that thing over her eye, is that the same device as Glen Elg's? That's a DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's a HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. Blue Screens Inc. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. Because we like to make people pay for outdated hardware. She reminds you of a steward in an airplane, but sci-fi and computers. Yeah, she kind of does look like she'd be a stewardess on a spaceship, actually. Now that you say it. CDs? Yes, compact discs, digital, optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? Oh, hold on, let me get the right kind of voice for this guy. Oh, never mind, it's going too fast.
Influence response time. I wanted to get ready, but it's techno jargon. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. I don't like it when they autoplay stuff. It's like, oh, I had to be paying attention. Great. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah? Your blank smile just now said otherwise, Maya. You know what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. That smile Basil gives is like she wants to sleep. It's very there is no war in Bossing Say. You know? Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too, but I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen's Inc. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. We'll talk to her more in a second. Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. It looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. Oh, way to call out someone with a messy desk there, Maya. You think? Real WizKids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean out my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? Is this another hint about tidying? You can forget it. Someone's marked 3rd of December in red pen. 3rd of December? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think he's a gambler. Yeah, it says meet with the tiger. Tiger? Alright, there we go. Oh no, look under his desk. There's a mat. There's a sleeping bag in a bundle. I think Glen Elg might have slept here. Oof. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else at his desk. He's really pounding at the keyboard, isn't he? Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I should be resting my laurels. I gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice. You want to be Kudo's apprentice? And what about your spirit medium training? Alright, let's see. What else we got here? Hey, look, Nick. It's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use the computer in our office. Oh, self-burn there, Maya. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Yeah, that's... Oh, wait, there's stuff on the floor. Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. Yeah, he was a gambler. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh, wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. Yeah, there you go. This many tickets would get you what? $1 down the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Alright, let's try and present stuff. Got a feeling she knows more than she's letting on.
Okay, yeah. Alright, let's see here now. Okay, let's focus on Glen Elg. Oh, let's focus on the stuff he had. Oh, no, not... Yeah, no, it's not that. I guess we'll just have to present his profile then. About Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. Yeah, she is pretty brutal. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Oh, I know what we can present now. The calendar. Or the losing tickets. We'll present both. No, she doesn't want to talk about that. Yeah. Alright, let's try the gambling tickets. We already asked about him, though. Unless, wait. Oh, Glenn's troubles. There we go. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Why would you think that? I thought you'd say something about it. I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. I fucking knew that was coming. I think we've got everything, though, that we can get. I think, because we have the calendar about LT Grey. We have the computer. Yeah, we have the lottery tickets. We have the failed horse racing tickets, and we have the MC Bomber CD. So I think all of those pieces together, we've got something. 3 Psyche locks? I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Was that a Castlevania reference? Alright. Wait, let me just save first. Alright. Alright. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me about what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? Guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with this? Let's see here now. I think the horse racing tickets would be first. Yeah. What is that? A bunch of these horse racing tickets. All losing ones. Yeah, the tickets would be the first ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glen Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Not true. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. L's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it?
He was also... Yeah, lottery. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Oh, the computer is sweating. Maybe bad enough to be a cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. You're right, Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? Yeah... I think so, Yin. It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was deep in trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. L's real problem was someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. So I think I can either present the tiger or the calendar, but I think the more logical thing to present is the calendar. Mr. L went with someone the day he was killed. He even made a note on this calendar about meeting with the tiger. What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting him to discuss his debt? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. But I have never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time for me to introduce you to the tiger. Okay, this time we present his profile. There you go, Furio Tigre, also known as the Tiger, head of the Tender Lender Loan Company. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk about with him would be about his debt. No! It is true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he would have used his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? We know one that's worth way more than that. Perhaps you good people should leave, so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. Jesus, Phoenix, buy her dinner at least first. Sorry, it was an easy joke. The program in question was it by any chance this? Yeah, MC Bomber. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So... yeah, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations. Oh, actually, Yin, there was a funny line that I think you would have liked early on, where there was a witness, the old man, Victor Kudo. We proved he couldn't see the waitress's face, and Phoenix was like, anyone could have been wearing that waitress outfit. I could have been wearing that waitress outfit. And I thought you might like that line. But then the judge said something very cruel. The judge said, please, Mr. Wright,
spare everyone the mental anguish. And like, you know, the judge should shut up, because like, you know, if guys want to wear pretty maid dresses, guys could wear pretty maid dresses, you know? Anyway, I just thought you'd like to know that, Yin. Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations. Where do you come up with these ideas? Risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would have probably fetched several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. God damn it, Phoenix, that's cruel. This date, December 3rd. This is marked on his calendar. This was his deadline for repaying his debts. Oh. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Use the trash can, Nick. I don't know if there's anything else we can use here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're done here. Okay, I think we need to talk to Jean Armstrong again. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. Okay. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Oh yeah, we need to talk to him because he was alone at the scene. Yeah. Realizing tender lenders could also be called tender... Oh yeah. I guess so, yeah. That might be the pun they were going for. Tender loans, tender loins, yeah. Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Arg, missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. That is potentially true. Right, let's see if we can talk to Victor again. No, I don't think there's anything else there we can show him. Alright, let's move. We do need to go back to... We do still need to talk to Viola again, but I don't think we have all the evidence we need yet. Okay, Maggie's not back. We got some evidence we can show Gumshoe, so he might be able to help us. Okay, he's got nothing else to help us with that. Let's see this. What do you think about this, Detective Gumshoe? Alright, nothing there. Nothing new there. Alright. I think we're going to have to risk it with Viola because I don't think there's anything else I can try right now. She's going to be a tougher nut to crack. Yep. And if you look at the back here, he's got a blue suit on the coat rack. And we retrieved something from that... hold on, that's not what I meant to do. We actually retrieved something from that coat rack. We got this. This was on the lapel of that coat. Cardboard badge. Anyway. It's not It's not. Okay, we're going to have to... Okay, I don't think we really have anything else we can use. I think we're just going to have to take a risk. I don't think we meet Mr. Bruno Cadaverini. We only hear about him. Let's try. Alright. The head bandage. Yeah, she's creepy. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Okay. Oh yeah, we got... Is this it? I think so. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what did the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Okay, yeah. Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverini is very strong, and this is why. It's either her profile or her grandfather's. Ah, yeah, I'm going to just say her. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Okay, we still got 3 locks. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it that much. Anyway, I swerved to try and avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened after to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini. But I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Let us go to evidence. Yeah. Yeah. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you notice the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? Well, she technically smashed his bike, but yeah. It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me I know that it may be true.
I knew it. Yeah, and that's why it was an accident, and that's why he's terrified of her and her grandfather. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. But how much are we talking? Very, 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 very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me he said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Yeah. Really? Do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Okay, we do have everything we need. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Okay, I was able to do it from the start, but I figured I needed more evidence. 4 months ago. Oh no, we needed to talk to Gumshoe. Yeah, brain trauma is serious business. You need to take care of that. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into serious trouble. Yeah, Don Tigre would have been sleeping with the fishes, essentially. He would have killed him. Straight up. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oof, the Yandere is crying. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money it was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse. Yeah, I mean, she is a terrifying yandere and the granddaughter to a brutal crime lord. So people are probably just too afraid to approach her. So she's probably very lonely. Yeah. Oh, you didn't notice that yet? Yeah, she's crying. $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair build thrown in the trash. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, we're back at Tribulations. Bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong? Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas. Ah, it's Zinny Up. Who's you calling Zinny Oop? Ah! Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? Yous want to play games with me? I recommend that. The medical papers. Now. Uh-oh. I think you want Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. The girl's dumber than an eggplant. Oh, you wouldn't be saying that with her in the room. Oh, you wouldn't be saying that to her with her in the room. Yous want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2.
Oui.
Mr. Armstrong.
Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him.
Urgh, that really hurt. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait! Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid, I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, pal.
Ha ha! Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it!
Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's going to look after Maggie, huh?
all right, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. I think I dropped my hair clip. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tender lender is going down. To be continued. Alrighty. I think that's a good place to stop for next time. Now, I'd say next week we'll still be on Ace Attorney on Saturdays, but Ace Attorney will be being moved to Thursday nights soon. So keep that in mind. Because I won't be able to, because on Saturday nights I will be running my, I need to start working on it and talking to the people who are interested in playing, but Saturday nights I will be streaming Daggerheart content. I need to get maps together and everything. I need to get all the pieces. I might ask the people who are interested in playing if they know some resources for me to get some tabletop maps and whatnot. I know where I can find tokens. I know how to make tokens. I know how to get art references and use token makers. So yeah, that stuff, no problem. It's more about the other stuff we need. Anyway, maps mostly. We just need maps for Foundry. All right, so we're saving the game. I think we already did it. I think that's it for tonight. Let's see who's online right now. It's time to raid out to someone.
Actually, I need to check something on YouTube. Have all of my... Almost all of my stuff has uploaded. Yeah, a lot of stuff I needed to back up. Cool. All right. Anyway, let's see who's online right now. Stream manager. And also who's online. Rufus is online. Momo Tarnyok is online. I think I rated... Oh, wait, you know what? Nabe's online. I haven't rated out to Nabe in a while. I think he's streaming with Uinges. But last time I definitely rated Uinges between the two of them. So I think I'm going to raid out to Nabe. All right, guys. We're going to raid out to Nabe. We're calling it there for tonight. I will be back sometime next week, and I'll have my stream schedule up soon. But yeah, let's raid out to Nabe. There he is, Nabe Bun. He's playing Abiotic Factor. It looks like a co-op game. Oh, it looks interesting. I might have to try that out sometime. All right, guys. See you all soon. We're starting the raid to Nabe. Send him love because he is a very sweet bun boy. All right. Laters.